Hey everybody, this is Dave, Mecha Zone White. Today I'm going to give you an update on the Anubis action figure. As you all know, the pre-order ended about a month ago and I promised to deliver in about a month. I've done really well with all the parts, but I have had some technical difficulties. You can see my printers back here. There's the big one and the two little white ones. So I actually usually have four, but one of them broke about 2 weeks ago and I've been down from that. I got a replacement belt in yesterday and hopefully I can get it fixed this weekend, but things have progressed really well. So usually I get a couple of dozen orders, but this time I got about 50, so thanks, much appreciated. It's kind of a love-hate thing with those orders because I love getting them, but then I gotta make them. And as you all know, it's just me, so it's a ton of work. But I'm happy to have it, trust me. It's really exciting to share my ideas and my toys with everybody, and it's like a kid's dream come true. But all the parts are right here. I will flip around the camera and let you take a look at everything and kind of go through it, all right? Alrighty, here are all the parts that I have done so far, and I've got the Anubis out so you can see what is involved in everything. So basically I have all of the red parts printed, all of the black parts printed, all of the light gray parts printed, and about maybe, I don't know, 65% of the gray parts, dark gray parts printed. So you can see, like, here are all the torsos, and they're already cleaned up. Everything here is already all cleaned up and assembled and ready to be acetone smooth. Some pelvises. That's all the heads. Hands. Man, that was a lot of work getting all those little fingers and stuff done. Some necks. What do we got? Big bag of lower legs. Shoulder blades. Oh no, that's knee armor, shoulder blades, forearms, red sword parts, a whole bunch of those. Here's some of the protoform heads, actually it's all of the protoform heads, cleaned up as like the other stuff, some protoform legs, and here's the protoform. And basically I have to print the dark gray parts for this too, and just a few of the tail parts. I have most of them already printed. Let's see, we've got some arms here that I'm going to finish up and assemble today. And let's see, got some bases. Everyone will come with a base. And let's go over here. This is my drawing table area, so I've already got all the labels for the boxes printed out. And as I think I showed, they're going to come in this nicer white box, and then they'll be inside of another regular box. But that's something a little special I wanted to do this time. So it's sort of like a garage kit. I don't know if some of you are familiar with those, but they were really popular back in the 90s, where you would buy basically a box full of resin parts and then have to assemble it yourself. But there's too much intricate work involved in these, too much cleanup, so I can't really release them as kits. People ask all the time, but it's not going to happen. It's just too much for me to do, even because I would have to do instructions too. The last thing I'm going to cover is a little preview here of the Parasite pack, which I don't have a proper name for yet, but this was a collaboration with Aaron Archer, who's the former vice president of Hasbro. And we were introduced together by a mutual friend named Tony DiDelisi, who's done Spiderweb Chronicles and lots of other stuff you might have seen. That's the one most people know. He lives pretty close to me, and he's a super rad dude. And Aaron and I hit it off really well. We met at the Illustration Masterclass, which I was just, crashing to see all the cool art. But he was there taking lessons. So this came out really well. I got to do a few tweaks here and there, like the head doesn't turn as well as I would like. It turned great until I put this little side armor on, but it kind of interacts with it. And the hands come off, and you might have seen the picture where the head can go on to the Anubis and the fins can be its hands. But it all comes apart, like the fins just come right out. The back fin comes off, hands come off. It's cool, and the little sword thing comes out of the front. But I gotta pick final colors for this too. I'll probably go with the neutral grays, blacks, and silver, and that way it'll work with everything else. But I'm pretty excited about it. I'm actually gonna try to print a great big one for myself. A lot of people say that it looks sort of like the Darius bad guys from the video game Darius by Taito. I can't disagree. I mean, there's no way to avoid that comparison really with the mecha fish, and that's all that game does. But I think it's cool, and I hope you like it. I don't think there's anything else. But quick preview of the old studio. Not much changed in here. I'm always working. People see that video game and they're like, man, you must play games all the time. Nope. All I do is work. So, well, not as hard as these guys. I work these things all the time. But anyway, I think that's it. I hope you're all doing well and have a great weekend. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll answer. And like I said, should be shipping in about a week. All right, thanks. Take care.